12 down to Ojota. What's the 411 there too?
No cause for alarm, but at Ajegule, that's where things begin to slow down. I understand it's high influx, moving through Odeonere all the way to Mile 12, ascending and descending the bridge to connect Koshofe and Ilele. But moving ahead from Ilele, better movement is what we have gathered all through to Ojota, and of course connecting K to toll gate, and Ojota connecting the interchange all the way to Anthony, Onikpa and Fadi. No cause for alarm. We have recorded very fine movement. Even for Sean Williams Avenue, looks very good to use.
All right.
Lincoln Eco Bridge and Injera Lokma by NEPA, connecting Akmongwa. Amazingly, that corridor looks very free.
Okay.
Down to CMS and State House. And Bonicam corridor linking Amanda Bello to connect Adela Odeku into Eco Hotel.
All right.
Equally free.
Okay, then that sounds very, very good for Route 2, which is Ikorodu Road. Let's talk about Route 3 now, which is the Lagos Abeokuta Expressway. What do we have there too?
No issues from the toll gate end all the way to Dokpemu. Of course, the usual slight delay approaching underneath Yanokpaja Bridge. That's from Danko. Motorists will experience that, but pushing further down all the way to Elezik.
Right.
So some slow movement has been recorded right from Elezik towards National.
Okay.
And beyond there, better movement all through to the Bolade Oshodi corridor.
Okay then. So that sounds pretty good. Let's touch base with the other side of town, Lekki Aja corridor. Any news from there this morning?
Well, Lekki Aja still looks very good to use. No issues at all. We haven't recorded any major impediment along the Lekki Aja corridor. Speaking about impediment, let's talk about this one.
At the Shangote end?
No, this is Penn Cinema, Agege.
Okay.
40V container laden truck having a mechanical fault at Oba Akran, just by Dangote U-turn inward Agege. Still on ground, but it's having minimal effect on the traffic flow.
Okay. All right.
So all the lady in on Mile 12,
yes,
we have just recorded an impediment and brought it down high capacity bus.
Okay.
There, backing up traffic from Idera towards Odeonere.
All right. Then.
Effort is on to have it recovered.
Yeah, not really a long stretch for that matter. But I'm seeing an accident around the Shangotedo end. Can you just look through that?
Okay, Shangotedo.
Yes, between an SUV and a Toyota Camry.
Oh, yes. Okay. Still on ground.
Okay.
Yes, we're yet to get the latest regarding that one.
All right.
And from Surulere, there's a container-laden trailer having a mechanical fault that broke down at Marble Road, inward Ojuelegba, receiving attention, affecting traffic slightly. But officers on ground are doing the needful.
Okay, then. So that's what the summary of traffic is looking like. Quickly, Victoria Island, any news too?
Oh, Victoria Island looks very good to use.
It's good.
No issues at all.
All right, that sounds pretty nice. But let's talk about Lagos Ibadan, because I'm interested in that particular corridor this morning. Those coming into Lagos.
It's very free all the way from Berja towards 7-Up. That's about, yes, this is coming from one of the motorists that has plied that corridor.
So it's looking good.
Looking very
and outwards Lagos is also looking good.
In and out.
All right, that sounds pretty good. And we're hoping it stays like that for the rest of the day.
Well, let's be hopeful.
Because the Saturday experience wasn't very, very good. All right, then. So that will give us some time to have a good conversation on this 29th day. 2 more days to wrap up the year. How does it feel? You've come 363 days already. How does it feel, Mike?
Well, I feel blessed. I feel glad for the fact that I'm alive and healthy. Yes, not in the hospital.
So there's a whole lot of room for appreciation.
That's just it, basically.
Okay. So like I said,
Thanksgiving appreciation.
So the way to God's heart right now is the password, which is what? Thanksgiving.
All
right? When you do give thanks, then you praise God. That's the way it is. All right, then. So today, we're going to be talking tourism. And we're looking at tourism as a catalyst for economic growth in Nigeria. I'll be connecting with someone who's been there in the tourism sector. I'm talking about Dr. Dantata. So he'll be connecting with us all the way from Kano this morning. We're transporting people's imagination all the way to Kano, which is some hundreds of kilometers away from Lagos. All right, that's going to be the focus. Before then, Mike will be taking us through the newspaper headlines daily. Agadimo conspicuously absent this morning, and of course Dio too. All right, so what do we have in the newspapers?
Okay, so airlines and travel agencies brace for dropping passenger traffic over U.S. visa ban.
Definitely.
So there are heightened tensions across Nigeria's aviation and travel industry as the United States moves to enforce new visa restrictions on Nigerian nationals from the 1st of January 2026.
Right. So that's going to be a very, very big issue, really, because we have, very, very flourishing kind of markets between US and Nigeria. Most of the time when you want to book an airline heading to the United States, it's always fully booked. But now that we're going to be having visa restrictions as a result of the latest foreign policy from the president of America, then just like you said, it's going to drop really, because you'll be having situations whereby, to move people to America or perhaps vice versa will be a major question.
Well, people are asking why Nigerians? Why Nigerians?
Well,
Nigerians.
Yes, President Trump designated Nigeria as a country of concern. I mean, that was 2 months back, and of course that followed up with a strike last week on the Islamic terrorists.
Right.
So there's a whole lot that has been going on back and forth. Let's hope that this will improve any moment from now, and some of those restrictions will be lifted. Anyway, any other news?
This time we'll be talking health. NMA links health sector failure to mass migration, strikes, and poor funding. So that's from the Nigeria Medical Association. They have carpet the federal government handling of the health sector in 2025, listing poor leadership, inadequate funding, and a lack of focus on healthcare delivery as major issues.
Yeah. All right, then. So that's a major issue, really. The health sector is really receiving lots of challenges. And we're hoping that in 2026 things can get
most
better.
Definitely.
All right. Any other news?
Nothing really major, but
right.
Okay, let's look at this one. 34 lawyers, I understand, have failed integrity test and they have dropped from Federal High Court judgeship race.
Right. So over 60 of them were nominated.
Yes.
And of course, the body that would look into their records, they say, wow, some of these people, 30 of them, they have 1 or 2 question marks. And that is why they are, suggesting that they shouldn't make that list as well. All right.
Well, so we'll be having more and
right.
more of these rather on newspaper headlines.
That's right. So Mike James will be serving that to us hot and fresh, and of course be celebrating those of you marking your birthdays during the 9 o'clock hour as well.
Hello everyone, this is Tony Adebola. I'm an
Yes, we check it. Check it if he has state of emergency contact. Yes. I'm seeing his dad's number there. His dad's number. Hello, sir. Hello. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. I saw the owner of this phone now. He fainted. He just fainted. Sir, yes, sir. We are allow, sir. I'll wait for you. Please be coming. Please, you only come.
1.1 FM. You're welcome to your side mirror on this last but 2 days of the year 2025. How does it feel? 363 days gone already, and we've been walking this road armed with nothing other than our vision. And I can tell you that vision has translated into a whole lot in terms of fulfillment and gratification. You're welcome. Victor Oteri is my name. Mike James is going to be taking us through the newspaper headlines right now, and I'll be back to connect with you shortly.
Set up your eyes today. It could save your life.
We shall be taking stories from the Guardian newspaper. We'll also get to connect with the Punch, and we have some more pages to flick through. But let's begin real quick from the Guardian. Airlines travel agency brace for drop in passenger traffic over U.S. visa ban. So heightened tensions has emerged across Nigeria's aviation and travel industry as the United States moves to enforce new visa restrictions on Nigerian nationals from 1st of January 2026. Experts in the sector said that this would unfortunately lead to a sharp decline in passenger traffic on the Nigeria-US routes. That's our first story from The Guardian. And moving on, be decisive with insecurity. Farobi PFN urged Tinubu. Now, former Nigerian ambassador Dr. Yemi Farobi has said terrorism poses an existential threat to Nigeria, cautioning that failure to confront it decisively could endanger the country's continued existence as a sovereign state. Consequently, the president of Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, PFN, Bishop Francis Walioke, urged President Bola Tinubu not to relent in the fight against insecurity, insisting that terrorists and bandits must be decisively crushed without regard for sacred cows. And also from The Guardian, NMA links health sector failure to mass migration, strikes poor funding. Nigeria Medical Association, NMA, has carpeted the federal government handling of the health sector in 2025, listing poor leadership, inadequate funding, and a lack of focus on healthcare delivery as a major issue. NMA Chairman, Lagos State Branch, Dr. Said Babajide Kehinde, while reviewing the sector in 2025, described the year as largely disappointing, blaming the Minister of Health and Social Welfare for what he called poor performance and saying President Bola Tinubu's administration did not prioritize healthcare enough. So you can read the rest of that story on The Guardian newspaper. Serap sues government, FCT over 14 trillion naira fuel subsidy savings. So Socioeconomic Rights and Accountability Project, Serap, has sued Nigeria's governors and the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, at the Federal High Court, Lagos, over their failure to account for the 14 trillion naira full subsidy savings they collected from Federation Account Allocation Committee, including details of projects executed with the money and a completion report of the project. Now, the suit followed reports that the 36 governors and the FCT minister have collected trillions of naira from FAC allocations as full subsidy savings since mid-2023. But the increased allocations have not translated into improved access to quality healthcare and education for poor and vulnerable Nigerians. That's also taken from The Guardian. 34 lawyers failed the integrity test and dropped from Federal High Court judgeship race. And no fewer than 34 lawyers nominated for appointment as judges of the Federal High Courts of Nigeria, FHC, have failed the integrity test for appointment as judicial officers in Nigeria and have been dropped from the race. Now, the integrity test is part of the new guidelines approved by the National Judicial Council, NJC, under the Chief Justice of Nigeria, CJN, Justice Kudirat Kekere-Ekun, to eliminate persons of doubtful character from being appointed as judicial officers. I've got news from The Punch. Let's look at it. Crossover night, last mile warns against indiscriminate road parking. So the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority has issued a warning to motorists, religious institutions and event organizers to avoid indiscriminate road parking and the blocking of access roads during crossover night services across the state. The last mile spokesperson, Adebayo Taufik, disclosed the warning in a statement issued on Sunday. And according to Taufik, the warning issued by the agency's general manager, Olaleko Makeruki, was necessary due to the anticipated surge in vehicular movement during the crossover night. And also from The Punch, we'll look at this one. NDLEA uncovers UK-born cocaine hidden in starch at Lagos Airport. So the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has arrested an ex-convict, Wobodo Basil, and 3 cargo agents over the seizure of cocaine concealed in liquid starch sachets and destined for the United Kingdom. The NDLEA said 75 parcels of cocaine weighing 1.50 kilograms were recovered from factory-sealed cold water starch sachets at the export shed of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, Lagos. So let's jump on some sports news. Chile challenges Super Eagles ahead of knockout tie. Also from The Punch newspaper, Coach Eric Chelle believes the Super Eagles can only get better at the ongoing Africa Cup of Nations Morocco 2025 after Saturday's nervy 3-2 win over Tunisia. The Super Eagles put on an impressive display of attacking prowess, with Victor Osimhen opening the scoring a minute before half-time and Captain Wilfred Ndidi and Ademola Lookman added 2 more after the break. So that's it on Newspaper Headlines Lagos. We'll go on a quick break. But first, don't forget, you can always get yourself a copy of the dailies. Go online to read more and connect with us. We are live on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961. We'll go on a break. When we return, Victor Terry will be back for the rest of the show.
Ikeja. Oh, I'm late. Wait. What's wrong with this guy? What's wrong? He has fainted. Where's his phone? His phone.
Check the state of emergency contact.
Check. He has blocked his phone. There's nothing to do.
What if this was you?
This is how to set up your in case of emergency on Android device. First, click on Settings. Then scroll to Safety and Emergency. Click on Safety and Emergency, then click on Emergency Contacts. Click on Add Contacts. After adding the contacts, click on Medical Information. And fill the information. This is how to set up your in case of emergency on Apple device. Go to your contact list. Search for the name you want to use on your contact list. You scroll down and click on Add to Emergency Contacts. Then click on the description of who that person is to you. Immediately you click on it, click on Done.
In emergencies, every second counts, but a locked phone can delay life-saving help. That is why your phone has an in case of emergency eyes feature.
Yes,
Check it if he has the state of emergency contact.
Yes. I'm seeing his dad's number there. His dad's number. Hello, sir. Hello. Good morning, sir. I saw the owner of this phone now. He fainted. He just fainted. Sir, yes, sir. We are allow, sir. I'll wait for you. Please, be coming. Please, he's already coming.
Set up your eyes today. It could save your life.
Ikeja. Oh, I'm late. Wait.
What's wrong with this guy? What's wrong?
He has fainted.
Where's his phone?
His phone.
Check the state of emergency contact.
Check. He has blocked his phone. There's nothing to do.
What if this was you?
This is how to set up your in case of emergency on Android device. First, click on Settings. Then scroll to Safety and Emergency. Click on Safety and Emergency, then click on Emergency Contacts. Click on Add Contacts. After adding the contacts, click on Medical Information. And fill the information. This is how to set up your in case of emergency on Apple device. Go to your contact list. Search for the name you want to use on your contact list. You scroll down and click on Add to Emergency Contacts. Then click on the description of who that person is to you. Immediately you click on it, click on Done.
In emergencies, every second counts, but a locked phone can delay life-saving help. That is why your phone has an in case of emergency eyes feature.
Yes,
Check it if he has the state of emergency contact.
Yes. I'm seeing his dad's number there. Hello, sir. Hello. Good morning, sir. I saw the owner of this phone now. He fainted. He just fainted. Sir, yes, sir. We are allow, sir. I'll wait for you. Please, be coming. Please, he's already coming.
Set up your eyes today. It could save your life.
Ikeja. Oh, I'm late. Wait.
What's wrong with this guy?
What's wrong?
Where's his phone?
His phone.
Check the state of emergency contact.
Check. He has blocked his phone. There's nothing to do.
What if this was you?
This is how to set up your in case of emergency on Android device. First, click on Settings. Then scroll to Safety and Emergency. Click on Safety and Emergency, then click on Emergency Contacts. Click on Add Contacts. After adding the contacts, click on Medical Information. And fill the information. This is how to set up your in case of emergency on Apple device. Go to your contact list. Search for the name you want to use on your contact list. You scroll down and click on Add to Emergency Contacts. Then click on the description of who that person is to you. Immediately you click on it, click on Done.
In emergencies, every second counts, but a lock phone can delay life-saving help. That is why your phone has an in case of emergency eyes feature.
Yes,
Check it if he has the state of emergency contact.
yes. I'm seeing his dad's number there. His dad's number. Hello, sir. Hello. Good morning, sir. I saw the owner of this phone now. He fainted. He just fainted. Sir, yes, sir. We are allow, sir. I'll wait for you. Please, be coming. He's already coming.
Set up your eyes today. It could save your life.
Ikeja. Oh, I'm late. Wait.
What's wrong with this guy?
He has fainted.
Where's his phone?
His phone.
Check the state of emergency contact.
Check. He has blocked his phone. There's nothing to do.
What if this was you?
This is how to set up your in case of emergency on Android device. First, click on Settings. Then scroll to Safety and Emergency. Click on Safety and Emergency, then click on Emergency Contacts. Click on Add Contacts. After adding the contacts, click on Medical Information. And fill the information. This is how to set up your in case of emergency.
News, and it's time to connect with you as you drive along. We'll be doing the birthdays very, very shortly. But let's let you know that those of you that are navigating through the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway is still looking good at this time. And we're hoping that it stays like that all through the day. Yes, it's our prayer that we do not have any major breakdowns as at this time. Let's see. The major connecting routes to the island, of course, the Third Mainland Bridge is still looking good for now. No major worries. But the update from the Iba Auto Ijanikin corridor says the earlier reported accident at PPL bus stop, yes, that's on the service lane inwards Okokomaiko, has been cleared. So that has been recovered. And so it's a much better drive for those of you around that corridor. That sounds like good news for now. Okay, so that accident that was there earlier on has been taken off, so it's much better. That's around the Okokomaiko and PPL bus stop to be precise. Let me see any other one coming in. I understand there's a broken down high capacity bus at Owode Elide, and this is inwards mile 12. And we're still tracking that. Mike James gave that to us earlier on. We hear the backlogs around Idera and Owode Oniri. Efforts on for the removal. Okay, then. So, Udutona, you can help us check that. Let's see if that has been fully resolved. Okay, yes, okay. The update has come in, says that high capacity bus has been pushed off the road, so movement is now faster inwards mile 12. So those of you within that corridor, you have it good. Mile 12, Koshofe down to Ojota are still looking relatively cool and calm. And then we are also looking through Ojota towards Maryland, still very good. Heading towards Fadi, not bad at all. Watch out for some slowness around Onikman, but no major worries. Funshaw Williams, heading towards the Cold Bridge, is still looking good. And then Nepa by Akpongbon, things begin to slow down a bit. Nothing unusual. That's the influx within that particular end. And that's what Ikorodu Road is looking like at the moment. Shango Tedo end, we're still tracking the accident between an SUV and a Toyota Camry. And this is due to a pulled... this is due to the fact that it spilled some granite adjacent to Igondo local government inwards Aja. So we're taking it over. We're still tracking that one as well. I understand the spilled granite is cordoned and arranged, and clearing is ongoing as we speak. Okay then, so we'll be letting you in on more from time to time, but right now let's switch gears to celebrate those who are marking their birthdays. Then, so the Abioduns will continue. Today is their birthdays. We're talking about 29th day in the month of December. Mike James, let's see if we can celebrate those who are marking their birthday. Do you know anyone?
Well, none.
Okay. All right. Let's see how it is. But first off on the list, Father Bassi.
Okay, Father Bassi. He's a musician.
Udo F. Young. Of course, you know him as Father Bassi, right? He's a musician. He's an ambassador. He's an arts ambassador, I understand. All right, maximum shout out going out to him on this wonderful day.
Kelechi Amadi Obi, you are a veteran photographer. Happy birthday to you.
All right, Chief Nike Pela is celebrating. Of course, she's daughter to the late Professor Pela. She's an actress too, right?
Yes.
All right. Happy birthday to you as well.
And Victor Osimhen, Nigerian international footballer, is celebrating today. Maximum shout out to you, Victor.
All right. Another Victor also celebrating, but this time around is Victor Agali. You know him as a former Nigerian forward footballer. Yes, he's celebrating today as well. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, so we also have Kudirat Aigbe.
Yes.
A Nigerian female sprinter.
Right.
Way back.
That's very true. So today's our day too. It appears today's a day for the sports guys, right? Now, Obi Vincent IK is celebrating, and I understand you are another Nigerian footballer too.
Okay, footballers, actors, and actresses, musicians, born on this great day. Toyin Adebola, aka Toyin Tomato. Oh, you're an actress. Yeah, she's an actress, a popular one indeed.
That's very true.
And a producer as well. Maximum shout out to you.
All right then. So Richard and Jumoke Mufedamijo, Mr. and Mrs. RMD, right? It's their 20. Is it 5th? Or 24th? 24th wedding anniversary on this day. All right, then. Happy wedding anniversary to you.
So, Martins Ifodo of Sevatronic Tech is celebrating today, and Lagos is blowing out the candles for you. Happy birthday.
All right, then. Olayinka Pereira is celebrating as well. Daughter to Femi Ola Pereira, a.k.a. Perry to Perry. Today's your day. Have the best of it.
And Jokem Williams is equally celebrating. Maximum shout out to you. Happy birthday.
All right. Mr. Onolaja Abiodun Omolayo is celebrating Assistant Chief Law Enforcement Traffic Officer Lasdri at the Ikorodu Center. Today's your day. Happy birthday to you.
Mrs. Aderisola Adetayo Opere Ni Majekondumi You are a retired civil servant from Ministry of Information and Strategy, Lagos State. Happy birthday to you.
All right, then. So celebrating today as well is Omotoyosi Aishat Abdul Salam. Today's your day, and we're ringing out the bell for you on this frequency.
So we have Yesera Kusoko equally celebrating on this special day. Happy birthday.
All right, Maruf Adediran is celebrating. Happy birthday to you.
Okay.
Montserrat.
No, Montserrat Akande Sheriff is celebrating. Happy birthday.
Okay, then. So celebrating today as well is Mezionye Oluwadarasimi Diamond. All right. Maximum shout out going out to you. Love from dad and mom.
All right.
All right, then.
So
let's switch over, yes, to the traffic managers. Talking about the last mile officials. Assistant Controller Traffic Lawal Adebayo Adeleke, and you belong to Zone 4 in Oshodi. Happy birthday to you.
Chief Law Enforcement Officer Yakubu Moruf Olamileko of Zone 15 Chobolo is equally celebrating. Happy birthday.
All right, then. So Chief Law Enforcement Traffic Superintendent, talking about Onolaja Biodun Omotayo, which you just mentioned, last mile in Lasdri at the headquarters in Oshodi. Happy birthday to you.
All right, so Agbola Muidin Ademola of Zone 10 Olowu is equally celebrating. Lagos loves you. Happy birthday. Okay,
then. So Ola, this is yes, Olawuro, right?
It's Olawu.
Okay, Rafiu Taye is celebrating, and now you have Zone 12 in Alausa Ikeja. Happy birthday to you too.
Fetunga Adekombi Abiodun of Zone 15 Shomolu is equally celebrating. Happy birthday to you.
All right, so Onofiye Taye Michael belongs to Zone 18 in Ikoyi. Maximum shout out going out to you on this day.
Ayobiola Helen Modukme of Zone 21 Mushi is equally celebrating. Big shout out to you. Happy birthday.
All right, then. And Adebanji Shola Abiodun belongs to Zone 31 in Mile 12. Maximum shout out going out to you too.
Amunda Blessing Okpeyemi of Zone 35 Dokmemu is equally on the list. Celebrating today. Maximum shout out to you.
Okay, then. So to all of you celebrating, we say congratulations. Enjoy the best of it. And just go out there. Have fun. Thank God for your life. Remember the password for this season is thanks and praise. Do that a whole lot for you for this birthday of yours. Happy birthday. I get so many things to praise Baba God
for my life. Apple device. Go to your contact list. Search for the name you want to use on your contact list. You scroll down and click on Add to Emergency Contacts. Then click on the description of who that person is to you. Immediately you click on it, click on Done.
In emergencies, every second counts, but a lock phone can delay life-saving help. That is why your phone has an in case of emergency eyes feature.
Yes, check it. Check it if he has the state of emergency contact.
Yes. I'm seeing his dad's number there. His dad's number. Hello, sir. Hello. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. I saw the owner of this phone now. He fainted. He just fainted. Sir, yes, sir. We are allow, sir. I'll wait for you. Please be coming. Please. He's already coming.
Set up your eyes today. It could save your life.
Ikeja. Oh, I'm late. Wait.
What's wrong with this guy?
He has fainted.
Where's his phone?
His phone.
Check the state of emergency contact.
He has got his phone. There's nothing to do.
What if this was you?
This is how to set up your in case of emergency on Android device. First, click on Settings. Then scroll to Safety and Emergency. Click on Safety and Emergency. Then click on Emergency Contacts. Click on Add Contacts. After adding the contacts, click on Medical Information. and fill the information. This is how to set up your in case of emergency on Apple device. Go to your contact list. Search for the name you want to use on your contact list. You scroll down and click on Add to Emergency Contacts. Then click on the description of who that person is to you. Immediately you click on it, click on Done.
In emergencies, every second counts, but a lock phone can delay life-saving help. That is why your phone has an in case of emergency eyes feature.
Yes, check it. Check it if he has state of emergency contact. Yes. I'm seeing his dad's number there. His dad's number. Hello, sir. Hello. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. I saw the owner of this phone now. He fainted. He just fainted. Sir, yes, sir. We are allow, sir. Allow, sir. I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you. Please be coming. Be coming. Please. He's already coming. He's already coming.
Set up your eyes today. It could save your life.
Ikeja. Oh, I'm late. Wait. What's wrong with this guy? He has fainted. Where is his phone? His phone. Check his state of emergency contact. He has blocked his phone. There's nothing to do.
What if this was you?
This is how to set up your in case of emergency on Android device. First, click on Settings. Then scroll to Safety and Emergency. Click on Safety and Emergency. Then click on Emergency Contacts. Click on Add Contacts. After adding the contacts, click on Medical Information. And fill the information. This is how to set up your in case of emergency on Apple device. Go to your contact list. Search for the name you want to use on your contact list. You scroll down and click on Add to Emergency Contacts. Then click on the description of who that person is to you. Immediately you click on it, click on Done.
In emergencies, every second counts, but a lock phone can delay life-saving help. That is why your phone has an in case of emergency eyes feature.
Yes, check it. Check it if he has state of emergency contact. Yes. I'm seeing his dad's number there. His dad's number. Hello, sir. Hello. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. I saw the owner of this phone now. He fainted. He just fainted. Sir, yes, sir. We are allow, sir. Allow, sir. I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you. Please be coming. Be coming. Please. He's already coming. He's already coming.
Set up your eyes today. It could save your life.
Ikeja. Oh, I'm late. Wait. What's wrong with this guy? He has fainted. Where is his phone? His phone. Check his state of emergency contact. He has blocked his phone. There's nothing to do.
What if this was you?
This is how to set up your in case of emergency on Android device. First, click on Settings. Then scroll to Safety and Emergency. Click on Safety and Emergency. Then click on Emergency Contacts. Click on Add Contacts. After adding the contacts, click on medical information. And fill the information. This is how to set up your in case of emergency on Apple device. Go to your contact list. Search for the name you want to use on your contact list. You scroll down and click on Add to Emergency Contacts. Then click on the description of who that person is to you. Immediately you click on it, click on Done.
In emergencies, every second counts, but a lock phone can delay life-saving help. That is why your phone has an in case of emergency eyes feature.
Yes, check it. Check it if he has state of emergency contact. Yes. I'm seeing his dad's number there. His dad's number. Hello, sir. Hello. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. I saw the owner of this phone now. He fainted. He just fainted. Sir, yes, sir. We are allow, sir. Allow, sir. I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you. Please be coming. Be coming. He's already coming. He's already coming. Come.
Set up your eyes today. It could save your life.
Ikeja. Oh, I'm late. Wait.
6.1 FM. We set for the conversation, which is going to be largely woven around tourism and its potentials, really. We're looking at tourism as a catalyst for economic growth in Nigeria. Before then, quickly, let's touch base with the roads before I bring in my guest. We did tell you that those of you navigating towards the island, the major connecting points are still looking relatively cool and calm on this Monday morning, the very last Monday of the year 2025. Yes, things are still looking very, very good. If you head into the island, the Third Mainland Bridge is very, very accessible for now. All right, so you still have it good in most of those locations. We did tell you that there's a broken down high capacity bus. Okay, that bus has been taken off actually. That's around the Mile 12 corridor that has been sorted. And then from Ikorodu this morning, very encouraging vehicular movement from Olopomeji connecting Trailer Park as well as Odogunyo, looking good. Light traffic from there inwards Hormat, NNPC, Flower to Second Gate, all looking lovely. Slightly busy if you're connecting First Gate. This is due to traffic light alternation and, of course, pedestrian crossings within that particular corridor. Further movement inwards areas like Okegbegun and Sawmill, as well as Last Mile Yard, I Foundation, up to Sabo Roundabout, looking pretty good as well. Johnny, inwards areas like Power Line, as well as Aleje down to Ikorodu Roundabout, very much in good shape as we speak. Moving inwards Primero, down to Unity, up to Benson, very encouraging. And I can tell you areas like Itamaga, connecting Radio, as well as Donwin, Musical Village down to Grammar School, and Otauno is relatively cool and calm. So within the inner part of Ikorodu, things are still looking relatively cool and calm. Lagos Abeokuta Expressway, very, very good as well. If you're coming in from the Janakwaja end, connecting Goyi down to Dokpemu, not bad at all. Cement is also looking good, but approaching Ilezik, things begin to slow down a bit. Inwards Ikeja along down to National. Beyond that point, inwards Oshodi, things begin to get better. The return trip is very, very good. So be serving you more helpings as they come in from time to time. All right, so on your side mirror this beautiful Monday morning, the very, very last Monday of the year, we are looking at tourism. And the reasons we are doing that, this is the festive period. And at this time, there's a whole lot that we can really, really get. But in all of this, what can we do really to make things much better? That's why we're thinking at it into tourism as a catalyst for economic growth in Nigeria. And we're transporting your imagination all the way from Lagos to Kano, which is 992 square kilometers away from us. If you're going by road, or perhaps 764 kilometers if you're flying by air. And joining us on the program, Dr. Monzali Dantata, who is a lawyer, businessman, and tourism expert. He is a former Director General, National Institute for Hospitality and Tourism, talking about NIHOT. He is also Chairman, Board of Trustees, Federation of Tourism Associations of Nigeria, FTAN. And Dr. Dantata, it's nice to have you join us on the program. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Oteri. Thank you for having me.
All right. So how is Kano this morning?
Oh, Kano is very good today. The sun is out. It's very warm and bright.
Great. All right, then. So we will come to your recently published books, which you released recently. But first things first, give us an overview of tourism in Nigeria. If you had to describe it, how would you do that?
Well, if I was to describe tourism in Nigeria, I would say it's average. It certainly is not on the high side. When you're talking about Africa, there are a lot of countries that are way ahead of us. But all the same, I would say that tourism has not fared too badly. And one of the reasons is because we do not appreciate that tourism can contribute to the economy. God has blessed us with natural resources, including petroleum,
right,
that has been, giving us income. And that's why tourism has been neglected. Unlike some countries that depend on tourism or maybe rely on tourism as a major catalyst in the economy.
All right. So we're not doing badly, but of course we're yet to hit the peak. That's what it means.
Yes, we could do better.
Right. And is this a case of conscious neglect of this sector, or perhaps we do not have the wherewithal, or perhaps the manpower or the technical know-how on how we can harness the potentials of this sector?
It is largely due to neglect by those who are at the helm of affairs, and I'm talking about those in government, because even though tourism is private sector led, worldwide, but it is organized by the public sector, from the ministries of tourism, both at the federal level and also at the state level and also at the local government level. Because tourism is an invisible industry. It's about attracting people to your domain. For example, you in Lagos, when you have more people coming into Lagos, then that will affect the economy. The number one airport of Nigeria is the Murtala Mohammed Airport.
Right.
But that does not mean that Lagos is enjoying all the visitors that come in.
Okay.
Once they drop at the airport, then you have to now try to retain as many of them in Lagos. But then they may start fanning out to their final destinations. So tourism is about how many people come to a destination and how much they have spent in that destination.
Right. And of what importance really is tourism to a nation like Nigeria?
Well, tourism is very important, and especially in this time in the world economy when there's a sort of recession going on. So every sector of the economy that can be tapped, including manufacturing, including tourism, agriculture, has to be looked into. And tourism is certainly one of them. As a matter of fact, it is being described as the biggest industry in the world because it is multifaceted. It is into many other economic sectors.
Okay, we'll talk about those sub-branches that we can connect with tourism. But if we are to deal with figures, Dr. Dantata, this morning, just barely 10 days ago or some few days ago, President Tinubu was, presenting the proposed 2026 budget to the National Assembly, and the figure there seemed to be ranking in the regions of 58 trillion naira. So how much can tourism really contribute to this budget, for instance?
Tourism can contribute a lot. It is not appreciated because, as I said, it's an invisible industry. It's not tangible. It's not something you can touch or see. And it also impacts on other industries. I'll give you an example. Take, for example, communication, which has been in the news, especially over the tax matters, where should the service companies be charged, like Glo, MTN. So now if 1 million people make phone call who are Lagosians,
right?
So that means there will be 1 million calls. at a certain time. And if 1 million visitors come into Lagos, so plus the million residents, that's 2 million people making phone calls. Because those 1 million that come in will buy SIM cards, especially if they come from abroad.
Right.
And even if they are coming in, domestic tourists coming from within Nigeria, they are still increasing. So tourists increase consumption. And the same thing with the food. The resident will consume so much. But when visitors come in, there will be additional demand for food, and including transport and also hotel rooms. So a lot of time tourism is not appreciated, and that's why the World Tourism Organization some years back came up with what they call the satellite account, to try to appreciate the impact of tourism, so that it could be made known to decision makers, let them appreciate it, so that when they come to passing budgets, like the budget you just talked about, presented to the National Assembly, they will allocate enough resources to tourism ministries and tourism organizations, so that they can also improve on their jobs.
Okay, then. So I know that some experts earlier on in the year did say that for the year 2025, Nigeria could make as much as 7.5 trillion naira from tourism. They've also projected that over 2.5 million jobs can be created. But it appears we are far away from that. I mean, when you consider even the total income that Nigeria has generated this year, the figures I have before me seems to suggest just barely over 10 trillion naira. So I'm very, very sure tourism wouldn't have done as much. But for what you've described, it appears we've not been able to really understand how we can really classify tourism in Nigeria. There are some subsects which you have mentioned, which a lot of times seem to stand alone instead of being added to the tourism profile. Talk to me. What are the subsets that will make up tourism if you're going to really make something out of it?
Well, there are many subsectors in tourism. Nowadays, you hear classifications such as ecotourism, business tourism, educational tourism, because religious tourism. Once a person moves from his domain to another domain, for whatever reason, then it's you add tourism to whatever he is going there for. So, for example, when medical tourism is about traveling to another destination within your country or outside for medical purpose, and I just mentioned educational tourism, I mentioned cultural tourism, and also wildlife. People may want to go and see, So there are many subsectors in the sector, in the industry,
right?
And and people travel to certain places to enjoy those particular services. A lot of destinations are famous for a certain aspect of tourism.
Yes, which is very, very true. And I know that we will be touching base with some of those sectors. But I'm just thinking, for us to really come out with a comprehensive tourism policy, so to say. You just mentioned right now, if 1 million people come into Lagos, that's an additional, right? They're going to eat food, yes. They're going to transport, they're going to do a lot of, but a lot of times, those areas that you've mentioned, they're not classified under tourism. Transportation will say, we've raked in 1 million more people, but they won't add it as part of tourism. So how can we come up with a comprehensive document that will say this is the tourism blueprint for Nigeria?
Well, that is true. I would like to mention that there's a tourism master plan for Nigeria, which was done more than 20 years ago, and some of the states also have their own state tourism master plan, and also the tourism policy of Nigeria, and also the tourism policies of the states, and even some local governments that are tourism conscious. They also go out of their way to design their plan, because I always say tourism is about making money. As far as I'm concerned, if money is not being made by that locality, then to me it's not tourism. I'll give you an example. When somebody comes to your restaurant and eats, you make an income, or he comes to your hotel or supermarket. The same thing with the country or locality. You have to physically, visit a place to enjoy the tourism product.
Okay.
But you don't have to visit. For example, a lot of many of us have never been to Japan, but we are enjoying Japanese products like their vehicles, Toyota,
Right.
their radios, their computers. But to enjoy Japan tourism, you have to go to Japan, you know, and then go to their side, just like Dubai, which is a popular tourism destination for Nigerians. So the first thing is to attract the tourists to your domain, and then you pick their pockets. Tourism is a legalized picking pocket. So you by picking pocket, I mean by making them spend money.
That's right.
You know, paying for the services, for transport, food. So, and a lot of the decision makers do not realize that. So some may spend money. You know, for example, you know, the Christmas and New Year, you know, is just on now.
All right.
And there's been a lot of festivals. You know, one of the famous ones is like the Calabar Christmas Carnival. So, but at the end of the day, you know, when, you know, the dust settles, the local authority will now appreciate, you know, how much, you know, was spent, how much those who came in from outside, how much they spend, and impacting on the businesses, from souvenir sellers to food sellers to accommodation and transport, and including even the airlines that bring in the tourists from across the country and from across the world.
Which is very, very
You know,
true. Which is very, very
yes,
true.
so there's enough for everybody in tourism, and is the biggest industry in the world.
Okay, then let's look at the areas now. For instance, I know right now in Lagos we're talking dirty December, and there's a whole lot. Of course, we've attracted lots of people from the diaspora. So many of them in Lagos right now. We also have people coming in from other parts of the country, and I'm sure that by the end of all these festivities, Lagos will be able to come out with the figures. But what are some of the top tourism attraction sites that can boost economic activity in Nigeria? Let's begin to look at that. I mean, let's leave Lagos alone. So which other areas in Nigeria do you think can boost economic activity?
Yes, that's a good question. You see, in tourism, you cannot be a jack of all trade and the master of none. Most destinations are famous for something. For example, Nigeria as a country, you know, culture has been identified as our main product. That's why about 25 years ago, the Ministry of Culture and Tourism was established, because you know, and even today, as I'm talking to you, tourism is in the same ministry with culture and the creative arts. It's not so in some countries. For example, in South Africa, their main product is their wildlife. They have the same with Kenya. They have very famous wild parks, and people go there to see the animals. And some, you know, is religious tourism. You know, people go there, you know, to perform just activities, you know, like going to Saudi Arabia or going to Israel, or, you know, or even, you know, some places where you have famous religious places. So you have to identify the product, first of all, you know, and then try to build. There are others, you know, side products, but you know, there's I'll give you an example of going to a restaurant. There's, you know, you go there for the main dish, so you have to decide what is your main dish. And of course, when you go to the restaurant, you also take soup, a starter, and a sweet, but the main dish is what we came for. So as a local government, as a state government, as also as a federation, we have to, you know, identify what is our main dish, which is our main product.
Right.
And for Nigeria, it has since been determined as culture.
Okay.
And we have a lot of cultural festivals. Up north, we have the Dabas, including my town, Kano,
Right.
and also the Argungun Fishing Festival, the Oshun Oshobo. And so there are many cultural festivals.
Okay.
And they do attract domestic tourists from other parts of Nigeria as well as international tourists.
All right, so we can say culture is the first in terms of our exports to other part of the world.
Yes, for Nigeria.
What about heritage sites? I mean, which ones can we boast of?
Yes, heritage sites too also, you know, are all part of the cultural tourism. And there are many of them, including one which is a World Heritage Site, the Sukur. And I think there are others that are also coming up. And, you know, so we do have many heritage sites, which is about people who appreciate, you know, history. And they go to these sites to see the history of the people or even of humanity, because some of these cultural sites, like the Nok culture in Kaduna State, it dates back to more than 2,000 years, and people were making pots, and it was discovered as an ancient, site. And as you know, Africa is even, identified as the cradle of civilization. There are many cultural sites across the continent.
All right.
And we do have our own share, in Nigeria of these cultural sites.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. This morning we're looking at tourism as a catalyst for economic growth in Nigeria. And if you're wondering who is taking us on this excursion, I have Dr. Monzali Dantata, who is a lawyer, businessman, and tourism expert. Of course, he's former Director General, National Institute of Hospitality and Tourism, and also Chairman, Board of Trustees, Federation of Tourism Associations of Nigeria, FTAN. Let's get back to the roads before we continue the conversation. Of course, those of you around the Ikorodu Road, things are still looking relatively cool and calm in those areas. No major worries if you're coming in from the inner part of Ikorodu this morning. The update from Ekpe says free flow of traffic from Mojoda, linking up with Itamaru, Itaopo, as well as Ayeturu. All those corridors looking pretty good. We also have it good inwards General Hospital T Junction. And then linking up with Temu, Okeosho down to K2, all looking pretty good as well. Very good movement as well from T Junction connecting Alaro City and Elerogbe, Okeogun, Ibeju, Kara, as well as Eliganza, down to Kayeturu and Eleko Junction, looking pretty good. The return journey is very much in good shape as well, and no major worries. The main connecting points to the island, the Third Mainland Bridge, receiving with good vehicular flow, still very good at the moment. Qatar Bridge is also looking good, and then the Eko Bridge, not bad at all, even though you have it slow if you're driving in from Nepa inwards Akpongpong, but all things still looking very, very good. Very, very shortly, I'll allow you to join the conversation as well, but let me still continue this dialogue with Dr. Dantata. So let's get to the ancient city of Kano, which is supposed to be a tourist city too. How is Kano really when we talk tourism?
Kano is one of the tourism destinations of Nigeria, popular. At one time, it was even leading Nigerian tourism way back about 40 years ago when the famous Bagauda Resort was built. And I can remember I was in university when President Obasanjo, when he was head of state, and Yaradua was his chief of staff.
Right.
They held a retreat in the resort.
Okay.
And there was a civil war in Chad. And they called the rebels and also the government to come and have peace talks. So they camped them at Bagauda, which was the leading holiday resort at that time. And they resolved the Chadian crisis. Obasanjo came and opened the retreat and went back, and Eradua stayed with them for more than 2 weeks, and they eventually resolved. So Kano had, and then also there's the Daba, which attracts people every year.
Okay.
It's the leading Daba. There's many Dabas across the, the north. Most of the Muslim Emirates, they have Daba because it's associated with the Salah, which is a Muslim festival. But Kano Daba is on top, of the list of Dabas. So Kano has always been doing well in tourism.
All right.
And it's a historic city also.
So I'm looking through the years now because we know Kano, and of course from history we know Kano is a place that you mentioned when you talk tourism. So, but can Kano of yesteryears be compared to the Kano of now?
Honestly, I would say no. Tourism, has not been, doing as well as it. Even the Bagauda I talked about is now defunct. People hardly go in, a place like Obudu Ranch, which I've been to several times and I'm very proud of and happy with what the Cross River is doing there. But at one time we were the leading, resort. But now, the resort, has fallen into bad times, and So, but I will not pin it on Kano. I will say tourism, a lot of destinations, are not doing as well as they should. Because of lack of patronage and also because of the general situation. First of all, the tourism is funded by disposable income. So when the economy is not doing well, people may not visit this tourism destination as much as they should, and also there's the security problem. So a lot of destinations, apart from those which are in the state capitals.
Okay.
Bagauda, which I mentioned, is outside. So, but within the state capital, which is where the Daba takes place, so they are still, managing to survive.
All right. They said transportation is a driver for other sectors, tourism inclusive, and there's one role which your family. I mean, when we look at the Dantata family's history, there's a role that your family has been playing in terms of developing tourism through the railways. I need you to talk to that, really, because I know your dad, Alhaji Aminu Dantata of blessed memory, he did a lot in that regard. Talk to our listeners this morning.
Okay. The railway you are talking about is relegated to the history, of course. People now, when they come into Kano or they go anywhere, it's mostly by air or by road. I recently wrote a book, which, if that is what you're referring to,
yes,
which is like my memoir. I was born and brought up in Kano, and the railway boosted the image of Kano. Kano has always been around, well before colonialism. When the Trans-Sahara trade was booming, and Kano was like the last stop, on our own side,
right?
When the North Africans, came. So, and when the colonialists came, they established a railway, which further boosted Kano. So the railway did a lot for Kano, and also Kano did a lot for the railway.
Right.
So, and that was the Lagos to Kano railway. And I grew up around that railway. I started going out of Kano, like going to school in Kaduna in the 60s on the railway. So I had fond memories of Kano, of the railway, and it featured very much in my book about my childhood in Kano.
Okay.
When two things stood out, the railway and also the Granite Pyramid. So, and I wrote, and then also my late uncle, actually, he was not my biological father. My father died when I was very young, and I was brought up by my uncle, Aminu Dantata,
wow,
who died about 4 months ago. So he died in his 90s. He was 94 when he died. So he was also a major player, in the two economies, the colonial and then the post-colonial.
Right.
And also he was also among those who participated, in the colonial economy when Nigeria was exporting granules, cocoa, palm oil, among other exports,
which is very
which
true.
The railway was carrying.
Right. So, but today, is the railway still playing that relevance, that vital role it should be playing in terms of promoting tourism?
Well, I'm happy to say that the government has, looked towards the rail, after a neglect of more than 50 years. Since the 70s, the railway has been on the decline, both as goods transport and also passenger transport. But now, things are turning positively. And from Abuja, there's the Abuja to Kaduna Railway, but and also there's the Lagos Ibadan Railway. These are all new additions and modern, railway. So, but otherwise, the railway is still the old railway, which people have moved away from. They have moved to taking. Once upon a time, it was the number one transport in the country, and also across the world, you know. But it became affected by aviation. People started taking, you know, the airplane.
Right.
For example, anybody taking a rail from Kano to Lagos, I mean, it may be 2 days journey. You know, why should you 2 days when you do it in 1 hour? And also by road. So that affected. But that's not to say that there are no speed, you know, the fast trains, some which are even as fast as the airplane.
Right.
You know, you have heard about the bullet trains. So we are getting there. We are now modernizing. I'm happy to say, you know, the Nigerian Railway will speak for themselves.
Right.
You know, but they are, you know, we are putting, the government is putting its act together where the railway is concerned.
Okay.
Because railway is not an old transport system. It's still a modern transport system.
All right, then Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Dr. Monzali Dantata is my guest. Of course, he's a lawyer, a businessman, and of course, he's also a tourism expert. All right, then let's see if we can expand the discourse beyond the studios. I will tell you the lines very, very shortly. But those of you around the Otedola corridor, I understand movement from Otedola to Opik is looking very good. Return trip from Opik down to Otedola also looking good as well. Let's see if we can have your input as well. If you have any questions for Dr. Monzali Dantata, feel free to connect with us. And that's on 080 99 120 That's 080 99 120 the program is also being streamed, by the way, so you know, if you also want to connect with us, feel free to do that. You can also try that's 091 5387 7127. That's 091 5387 7127. All right. Dr. Dantata, let's get to your books, because I know recently you published 2 books. One simply branded Behind the City Walls, and of course the other one, which is more or less like a tribute to your uncle, is also very, very rich. Let's talk about Behind the City Walls. What were you making reference to? But before then, there's a message here coming in for you. It says, good morning, sir. With everything happening in Nigeria right now, do you genuinely believe tourism can still thrive and drive economic growth? Or is this something for the future? Charles is sending this one in from Alakpere. Charles, thank you so much.
Well, thank you for the question. Yes, I'm sure, you know, the caller is talking about the security situation. And certainly that is paramount in every traveler's mind. How safe are you?
Okay.
You know, but all the same, I will say there are some countries that have the same security problems with us, and they're still managing their tourism. Yes, it could be better, but it's still, if it is well planned and managed, tourism could still, you know, thrive until when, you know, it could things normalize fully. But we cannot stop tourism and wait for until the country or the destinations are totally, you know, safe.
Okay.
But of course, we cannot encourage people to go to dangerous areas, and that's why even the security agencies come in. You know, in some countries they even have tourism police, so which the police are sent to certain areas, and also they also patrol. There was a time when the Abuja Kaduna road was notorious,
Right.
you know, for holdups, you know, but now, you know, motorists drive freely at any time of the day because there are a lot of, you know, security men patrolling the road.
Okay, then.
So yes, you know, it's a great concern for us, but it's a challenge which can be, you know,
Can be
addressed.
surmounted. All right, then let's see if we can take
Yes.
some more reactions. 080-99-120-777. I have Dr. Monzali Dantata with me, a lawyer, businessman, and tourism expert. We're looking at tourism as a catalyst for economic development in Nigeria. If you have any questions from him, feel free to link up with us on those lines. We have one here. Hello there.
Good morning, Mr. Victor.
Yeah, good morning.
Your guest. This is Dr. Busari.
Hey, Dr. Busari. I have Dr. Dantata on the line all the way from Kano.
Okay.
Compliments of the season. Yes, I wanted to talk about the security thing, which the last person has asked.
Yes.
Then another thing is what I can say films that are of tourist potentials.
Okay.
They're not being well managed. There was a time I traveled to Ife, and I think this Adimula Palace or something.
All right.
Ife,
All right.
something that one has been reading for years. I mean, the state it was bad.
Okay.
This is from Oshobo. He mentioned Oshobo.
Yes.
People travel from all over the world. Even in Ikogosi, in Aramoko. I was there. Idonre Eve. So many places that Nigeria can showcase. I remember in 1977, during First Track,
Right.
National Theatre, that the whole work came to. I think our government needs, to take care of all these things. So that when we are talking, yes, security is paramount, but at the same time, we need to take care of these important places.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. So, Dr. Busari is just trying to highlight the fact that even the tourism assets that we have, we're not taking good care of them, Dr. Dantata. What's your response to him?
Well, I agree. He mentioned Festac, which at my age also, I remember Festac. No, I didn't attend live, but I was attending from Kano. At that time, it was being on live TV. So the edifice that Festac left behind is today still the face of Lagos. That is the National Theatre,
Right.
and it's also like, a legacy of the military because it looks like a military cap, So, but it's still one of the landmarks of Lagos, which is very identifiable. And Festac brought tourists from across the world, especially from countries with major black populations. So, which today, Oshun Oshobo, the Eyo Masquerade, and other cultural festivals are still flying the flag and attracting a fair share of the diaspora.
Yeah, so I think there must be a strong policy that will make government, even at the state level, really appreciate some of these tourism sites. I went to Idonre Hill some years back, and I was so surprised that as magical as the experience was, it appears the state government was ignoring that particular, tourist site. And I mean, they didn't really see anything in it. Rather, it's easier for such state government to look at projects that will bring in immediate returns. I think that's what it is. But more reactions are coming in here for you. This one says, sir, many Nigerians want jobs. How exactly can tourism create real employment? Chile is sending this one in. Thank you very much, Chile, for that. Another question here says, sir, what entrepreneurial lessons from your father's life are most relevant in today's tough economic climate? Ifeanyi is sending this one in from Sele. Go ahead.
Okay. I'll answer the last question first, which is about the lessons, the legacies from my late father.
Right.
If you read in my book, Behind the City Wall, which actually the title is describing Kano. Kano is a city which has a city wall. And it was the first and possibly the only city wall that has been declared a national monument by the federal government. So the Kano City Wall is a national monument. There are many other cities like Benin that have city walls. So as those of us who, I would say, go a long way. I don't want to use the word the indigens, but our families go very far. But of course, others have always been coming. So the city has, when it was full, then settlements start coming up outside of the city, which, so when I say behind the city wall, I'm describing the old city of Kano.
Okay.
So I wish my family has lived there for many generations.
Just a second. Let's take this call. Hello there. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
All right. You need to speak up a bit so we can hear you very well.
Okay, good morning.
All right. What's your name?
B.
B. Where are you calling from?
From Ogba.
Okay, regular B from Ogba. All right. Go ahead, B.
All right. So I just want to greet the doctor, Dr. Dantata.
All right.
Good morning. Yes.
Good morning.
Concerning this tourism, we just had a festival this weekend in Lagos.
All right.
So I was thinking, why is it that Nigeria has so much rich culture and festivals, but I feel like we monetize these things? Like, what's wrong? What's the problem? There are countries making billions of dollars from tourism alone, your festival should be bigger than what it is. It's big, but it can be bigger.
Okay.
So, what's really wrong and what's the way forward?
All right.
And secondly,
okay,
your books. I heard about your books. Can we get them online, please?
Okay, can you get the books online?
Yes.
All right. Personal question. B, thank you so much.
Okay.
All right. So I appreciate your responses. These are very short.
Okay.
Dr.
If I
Dantata.
may quickly finish answering so the legacy, which my father said is we all lived by selling something, know, in Kano. And the unemployment, it's something that came with modernity, with colonialism. But in most cities, not only even Kano, where you have cooperatives, many are farmers, many are weavers, some are blacksmiths. So in Kano, when you go around the old city, you find that districts are named after the professions, like, the tanners who tan, the weavers who make cloth, those who make food, and the builders, just like in the medieval Europe, where even names, you hear somebody being called Mr. Cook or Mr. Shepherd or Mrs. Sacha, so the same thing with our names. A lot of names are associated with economic activity, and that is what will drive our economy today.
All right, quickly
we should
now.
all be proud of something.
Right. So quickly, from B's question quickly, how come we're not able to monetize these festivals, these rich cultural things that we do in Nigeria? He's just talking about the Eyo festival, which we just done. I mean, how come we're not able to generate money from it? Quickly.
Well, I would like to say that money may have been generated, but the caller may not appreciate, neither do you. Because when even those who come as vendors selling souvenirs, sometimes the government does not have any mechanism to monitor. Just like maybe entering a fuel station and then the pump is coding how much fuel you have taken. So there are some invisible incomes which is not appreciated. But tourism, once it impacts on that locality, like when people now come there, some people are selling pure water, some are selling scratch card. I talked to you about the phones, and some are selling, other items.
All right.
So yes, but it's left for government to now come up with a mechanism to monitor, so that future, policy makers will appreciate and allocate more money for tourism.
All right, your books?
Because you know that tourism is also contributing.
All right, so your books, are they online? I mean, what are the ways that people can get these books?
They are not, but I appreciate the interest, and I'll soon put them online, and also, and I'll let you know when they are online.
Okay, then. So we have to run this off right now. But, I mean, in projecting forward, where do you see Nigerian tourism in the next 10, 20, 25 years, Dr. Dantata, as we round off the program?
Well, I see Nigerian tourism growing in the next 10, 20 years. Because first of all, the market is there. We're the most populous country on the continent, and that's a big market. When you have a lot of people who are moving around, already the domestic market is left. It's left for us now to market ourselves internationally, to now get the other side of the coin, which is the international tourism. But you cannot have international tourism without a domestic tourism.
All right. We'll leave it at that for now, and we hope to have you in Lagos someday so that we can really, really look at other areas, because I see you are very, very rich indeed, and we can take a whole lot from your pool of wealth. Dr. Dantata Monzali, it's nice having you on the program. Thank you so much for connecting with us.
Well, thank you for inviting me, and I look forward to visiting your studios in person.
All right, then. That'll be very good. Okay, then. So we've been able to look at tourism as a catalyst for economic growth in Nigeria. And Dr. Monzali Dantata has taken us on that excursion. He's a lawyer, a businessman, and also a tourism expert. All right, then. Earlier on, we did tell you that there was a loaded truck that fell on its side at Bagada Ramp Bridge in Wards Anthony. I can tell you right now, recovery is ongoing as we speak right now. We have to go. The program this morning has been produced by Mike James, and I say a very big thank you to Taye Olaniyi, who's been working tirelessly behind the scene for this program to come on stream this morning. We do appreciate you for this as well. Our social media team, Daniel Downsey and Akwemi Shodunke, we do appreciate you. Our executive producer is Tayo Akonle. My name is Victor Oteri. I'm out. Stay very much within. Bye.
Yes,
Where is his phone?
His phone.
Check the state of emergency contact.
Let me check. He has blocked his phone. There's nothing to do.
What if this was you?
This is how to set up your in case of emergency on Android device. First, click on Settings. Then scroll to Safety and Emergency. Click on Safety and Emergency. Then click on Emergency Contacts. Click on Add Contacts. After adding the contacts, click on Medical Information. And fill the information.
And first, the highlights. LASMA warns against indiscriminate parking, obstruction of roads during crossover night. Federal government assures Nigerians, global partners, anti-terror efforts harmless for economic stability. On foreign scene, China launches live firewall games around Taiwan. And in sports, Nigeria Football Federation denies reports of FIFA's rejection of appeal against Democratic Republic of Congo over alleged use of ineligible players. And now the details. I am Mike James. As Lagos residents prepare for crossover night celebrations, the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASMA, has issued a strong warning against indiscriminate parking and the obstruction of public roads. The General Manager of LASMA, Olaliko Bakaruki, cautioned motorists to avoid parking on carriageways, road shoulders, medians, pedestrian walkways and access routes around churches, mosques, markets, nightclubs and event centres. Bakaruki noted that crossover nights usually records heavy vehicular and pedestrian movement due to religious services, social events and spontaneous street collaborations. While acknowledging the importance of these activities, he stressed that converting public roads into parking spaces or event venues is a serious violation of traffic laws and poses risk to public safety and emergency response. He also warned organizers of carnivals, street parties, and other festivities against blocking highways or inner roads without proper authorization and coordination with government agencies. The LASMA boss stated that the agency has activated a reinforced traffic management and enforcement operation across the state. The Lagos State AIDS Control Agency, LSACA, has urged residents of Lagos to prioritize vigilance and responsible behavior during the Yuletide season as social activities and travel peak across the state. Chief Executive Officer Falakemi Animashao emphasized the need for safe choices that protect individuals, families, and communities from preventable health risks, including HIV and other sexually transmitted infections, STIs. Animashao stated that celebrations often come with increased social interactions, which make personal responsibility and informed decisions more critical than ever. emphasizing that prevention remains the most effective tool in curbing the spread of HIV. She encouraged residents to practice safer sex, avoid risky behaviors, and make use of available health services across the state. Speaking on the importance of compassion during celebrations, she stressed that stigma remains a major barrier to HIV prevention, testing, and treatment. And the Marshal reiterated that free HIV testing and counseling (HTC) services are available at designated public health facilities across Lagos State. The Ministry of Waterfront Infrastructure Development has been recognized by the Lagos State government for its creativity and innovation at the Ideas Day Innovation Competition. This marks the first time the ministry received such an award in its history, a development that was welcomed with great joy and pleasure among the management and staff of the ministry. The award certificate issued by the Office of Transformation, Creativity and Innovation (OTCI) was in recognition of the ministry's exemplary dedication, public spiritedness, and impactful contributions towards promoting creativity and innovation within the Lagos State Public Service. Receiving the award on behalf of the ministry, Commissioner for Waterfront Infrastructure Development, Dayo Alebioshu, expressed delight at the achievement and appreciated all members of staff whose collective efforts made the recognition possible. Now to the rest of the stories. The federal government has reassured Nigerians and the international community that its intensified fight against terrorism, including partnership with foreign allies, will not undermine the nation's economic stability. This assurance was given by the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edu, who explained that Nigeria's security engagement are structured to protect the economy rather than unsettle financial markets. Edwin's comments followed concerns raised in some quarters over the joint operation carried out by Nigerian and United States forces against suspected terrorists in Sokoto State last Thursday. He stressed that understanding the purpose and scope of the operation was essential to appreciating its broader economic significance, noting that it was aimed solely at neutralizing threat to lives and economic activities. According to him, the Sokoto mission was guided by intelligence and executed with precision, targeting only those elements endangering national security and livelihoods. The Federal Justice Service Commission has selected 28 candidates from an initial pool of applicants for possible appointment as judges to the Federal High Court's bench. The shortlisted lawyers emerged from 62 applicants who successfully passed the computer-based test organized as part of the recruitment process. According to reports, 34 candidates were eliminated after undergoing a rigorous screening exercise introduced by the leadership of National Judicial Council, NJC. NJC spokesperson Kemi Ogendegbe said the remaining 28 candidates are now scheduled to appear before the NJC interview panel on January 11 and 12. Ahead of the Council's meeting slated for January 13 and 14, where final recommendations will be made. She added that the Council remains firm on maintaining high standards in the selection process. And out of foreign news, China has launched live fire drills around Taiwan, deploying air, navy, and rocket troops for war games. According to its military, the fire drills were aimed at testing combat readiness and delivering a stern warning against separatist and external interference forces. This came amid anger in Beijing over an $11.1 billion weapon sale to Taiwan by the United States, as well as a statement by Japanese Prime Minister Sani Takaichi, who suggested that the Japanese military could get involved if China were to attack the self-governed island. In a statement by the Chinese military's Eastern Theater Command, it had concentrated forces to the north and southwest of the Taiwan Strait and carried out live firing and simulated strikes on land and maritime targets, stressing that the drill will continue on Tuesday and include exercises to blockade the island's main port and encircle it. Spokesperson for the Eastern Theatre Command, Shi Yi, said the activities will focus on training for maritime and aerial combat readiness, gaining integrated control, sealing off key ports and areas, and conducting multidimensional deterrence. And over to sports news. The Nigeria Football Federation, NFF, has denied reports claiming that FIFA has rejected Nigeria's appeal against the Democratic Republic of Congo over the alleged use of ineligible players during the World Cup playoff clash. Reacting to the reports, NFF Secretary General Mohamed Sanusi said the federation had not received any communication from FIFA regarding the matter. Nigeria lost the playoff final 4-3 on penalties after a 1-1 draw against DR Congo in November, missing out on a place in the intercontinental playoffs for the 2026 World Cup. NFF insists its petition remains under review and maintains that no official response has been received from FIFA. Uganda head coach Paul Put has admitted that his side faces a tough challenge when they take on Nigeria Super Eagles in their final Group C match at the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco. The Cranes must win the match on Tuesday to stand any chance of progressing to the round of 16, having picked up just 1 point from their opening 2 games against Tunisia and Tanzania. Speaking ahead of the encounter, Poots urged his players not to give up despite the odds stacked against them. He said the team is disappointed with their results so far but must reset, keep believing and fight until the final whistle, noting that beating Nigeria will not be easy. Nigeria, who has already qualified for the knockout stage, need only a draw to finish top of Group C. And that was our news at 10, just before we go. Ensure you make use of your seatbelt while driving. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961. Visit our website, www.trafficradio961.ng. You can also listen to Lagos Traffic Radio on my Lagos app for timely updates. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration completed and inaugurated the new Glover Hall, Lagos? You can always get more details on the Lagos government website and to end the news. Here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State AIDS Control Agency has urged residents of Lagos to prioritize vigilance and responsible behavior during the Yuletide season as social activities and travel peak across the state. The federal government has reassured Nigerians and the international community that its intensified fight against terrorism, including partnerships with foreign allies, will not undermine the nation's economic stability. We also told you that China has launched live fire drills around Taiwan, deploying air, navy, and rocket troops for war games that its military said were aimed at testing combat readiness and delivering a stern warning against separatists. In sports, the Nigeria Football Federation, NFF, has denied reports claiming that FIFA has rejected Nigeria's appeal against the Democratic Republic of Congo over the alleged use of ineligible players during their World Cup playoff clash. And for contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Mojid Ololade. Thank you, Lagos. My name is Mike James. Good morning.
This is how to set up your in case of emergency on Apple device. Go to your contact list. Search for the name you want to use on your contact list. You scroll down and click on Add to Emergency Contacts. Then click on the description of who that person is to you. Immediately you click on it, click on Done.
In emergencies, every second counts, but a lock phone can delay life-saving help. That is why your phone has an in case of emergency eyes feature.
Yes, check it. Check it if he has state of emergency contact. Yes. I'm seeing his dad's number there. His dad's number. Hello, sir. Hello. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. I saw the owner of this phone now. He fainted. Just fainted. Sir, yes, sir. We are allow, sir. Allow, sir. I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you. Please, be coming. Be coming. Please, he's already coming. He's already coming.
Set up your eyes today. It could save your life.
Ikeja. Oh, I'm late. Wait. What's wrong with this guy? What's wrong? He has fainted, bro. Where's his phone? His phone. Check his state of emergency contact. Check. He has blocked his phone. There's nothing to do.
What if this was you?
This is how to set up your in case of emergency on Android device. First, click on.
This is Flight Channel. We'll begin with Arik Air. Arik Air has a flight from Lagos to Abuja today at 3:30 p.m. Lagos to Benin at 12:50 p.m. Ibom Air has a flight from Lagos to Abuja at 11 a.m., 3 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. later today. Ibom Air also has a flight from Lagos to Enugu at 3:30 p.m. Lagos to Uyo will take off at 3:45 p.m. and 7 p.m. later today. Airpeace also has a flight from Lagos to Abuja today at 10:35 a.m., another flight at 1:40 p.m., 5:45 p.m. and the last flight at 7 p.m. from Lagos to Abuja. Lagos Port Harcourt flight takes off at 2:30 p.m. Lagos Benin flight leaves at 10:55 a.m., another flight takes off at 11:20 a.m., while Lagos Kano flight takes off at 6:25 p.m. And that was Flight Channel for you. Thank you, Lagos, for listening. Coming up next is Ilera Eko Extra with Akanusen and the crew from Lashma.
You've just listened to Flight Schedule, brought to you by Lagos Traffic Radio.
Then scroll to Safety and Emergency. Click on Safety and Emergency. Then click on Emergency Contacts. Click on Add Contacts. After adding the contacts, click on Medical Information. And fill the information. This is how to set up your in case of emergency on Apple device. Go to your contact list. Search for the name you want to use on your contact list. You scroll down and click on Add to Emergency Contacts. Then click on the description of who that person is to you. Immediately you click on it, click on Done.
In emergencies, every second counts, but a lock phone can delay life-saving help. That is why your phone has an in case of emergency eyes feature.
Yes, check it. Check it if he has state of emergency contact. Yes. I'm seeing his dad's number there. His dad's number. Hello, sir. Hello. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. I saw the owner of this phone now. He fainted. Just fainted. Sir, yes, sir. We are allow, sir. Allow, sir. I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you. Please, be coming. Be coming. Please, he's already coming. He's already coming.
Set up your eyes today. It could save your life.
Ikeja. Oh, I'm late. Wait. What's wrong? He has fainted.
Where's his phone?
His phone.
Check the state of emergency contact.
Check. He has got his phone. There's nothing to do.
What if this was you?
This is how to set up your in case of emergency on Android device. First, click on Settings. Then scroll to Safety and Emergency. Click on Safety and Emergency, then click on Emergency Contacts. Click on Add Contacts. After adding the contacts, click on Medical Information. And fill the information. This is how to set up your in case of emergency on Apple device. Go to your contact list. Search for the name you want to use on your contact list. You scroll down and click on Add to Emergency Contacts. Then click on the description of who that person is to you. Immediately you click on it, click on Done.
In emergencies, every second counts, but a lock phone can delay life-saving help. That is why your phone has an in case of emergency eyes feature.
Yes,
Check it if he has the state of emergency contact.
Yes. I'm seeing his dad's number there. His dad's number. Hello, sir. Hello. Good morning, sir. I saw the owner of this phone now. He fainted. He just fainted. Sir, yes, sir. We are allow, sir. I'll wait for you. Please, be coming. He's already coming.
Set up your eyes today. It could save your life.
Ikeja. Oh, I'm late. Wait. What's wrong? He has fainted.
Where's his phone?
His phone.
Check the state of emergency contact.
Check. He has got his phone. There's nothing to do.
What if this was you?
This is how to set up your in case of emergency on Android device. First, click on Settings. Then scroll to Safety and Emergency. Click on Safety and Emergency, then click on Emergency Contacts. Click on Add Contacts. After adding the contacts, click on Medical Information. And fill the information. This is how to set up your in case of emergency on Apple device. Go to your contact list. Search for the name you want to use on your contact list. You scroll down and click on Add to Emergency Contacts. Then click on the description of who that person is to you. Immediately you click on it, click on Done.
In emergencies, every second counts, but a lock phone can delay life-saving help. That is why your phone has an in case of emergency eyes feature.
Yes,
Check it if he has the state of emergency contact.
Yes. I'm seeing his dad's number there. Hello, sir. Hello. Good morning, sir. I saw the owner of this phone now. He fainted. He just fainted. Sir, yes, sir. We are allow, sir. I'll wait for you. Please, be coming. He's already coming.
Set up your eyes today. It could save your life.
Ikeja. Oh, I'm late. Wait. What's wrong with this guy? He has fainted. Where's his phone? His phone.
Check the state of emergency contact.
He has got his phone. There's nothing to do.
What if this was you?
This is how to set up your in case of emergency on Android device. First, click on Settings. Then scroll to Safety and Emergency. Click on Safety and Emergency, then click on Emergency Contacts. Click on Add Contacts. After adding the contacts, click on Medical Information. And fill the information. This is how to set up your in case of emergency on Apple device. Go to your contact list. Search for the name you want to use on your contact list. You scroll down and click on Add to Emergency Contacts. Then click on the description of who that person is to you. Immediately you click on it, click on Done.
In emergencies, every second counts, but a lock phone can delay life-saving help. That is why your phone has an in case of emergency eyes feature.
Yes,
Check it if he has the state of emergency contact.
Yes. I'm seeing his dad's number there. His dad's number. Hello, sir. Hello. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. I saw the owner of this phone now. He fainted. He just fainted. Sir, yes, sir. We are allow, sir. I'll wait for you. Please, be coming. He's already coming.
Set up your eyes today. It could save your life.
Ikeja. Oh, I'm late. Wait.
What's wrong with this guy?
He has fainted.
Where's his phone?
His phone.
Check the state of emergency contact.
He has got his phone. There's nothing to do.
The last edition of this wonderful health show on radio, on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. We are excited to dive into another insightful episode of our weekly show. Of course, the show is brought to you by Lagos State Health Management Agency, LASHMA. Okay, so today it is all about you. Of course, it's the Christmas season, so I will not be wrong if I say Merry Christmas. Yes, 25th. Today is the 29th. Yes, we're gradually winding down on the year. So in the new year, of course, New Year resolutions and all that. I think part of your resolution should be getting yourself on board. If you are not already on board, Ilira Eko, do well to get yourself on board. Of course, the truth is nobody plans to fall ill, but it's also quite comforting that you have a safety net, yes, in times of, when emergencies arise. Whether for you, it might not be for you, it might be for your loved ones. It is a quite comforting thought. And this is the show where, we show you how where health meets convenience and insurance meets care. Yes, teaching you how to, access quality healthcare at a very, very affordable cost. My name is Akan Usen. Welcoming you to the show. It's the last show. It's the last episode of Ilira Eko Extra on here for this year. And of course, we will not. We would be wrong if we do not, do something for you. But before I dive into the show, let's take this update real quick from one of our traffic managers. Hello. Let's take this. Hello? Okay, I think that was not meant for us. That wasn't meant for us. So sorry about that. Okay, and Sister Edu, I'll be diving into the show. But before we introduce our guest on the show, I would want us to, just go listen to our radio drama series. Today it's talking about the Ilera Tiwa Cooperative, and just after that we'll continue with the rest of the show. Please enjoy this.
People for Lagos, the Lagos State Earth Management Agency, LASMA, now them bring this Obunga drama come to this title now, Ilera Tiwa Cooperative.
Ilera Eko, na wale, Ilera Eko, no chewa lojo. Let us work hand in hand. Lagos Health is our way.
Why did you like small picking like this? Take this thing now. If you don't take a match, you won't take well.
Now, good afternoon.
Grandma says, welcome.
Mary, what's in the apple?
Now your friend, though.
Joshua, how did they do you?
I don't know. He be like said them put fire for my body. They banned jam for my head.
Mary, now when this one starts, when you no tell me, what thing you don't give him now?
I don't prepare a go for him. But your friend not great take him.
This one don't pass a go matter now. Now hospital you for go.
Hospital? I want see money. Now rent matter na him we dey try to solve before this sickness come waka join am too.
Rent?
Yes, so our landlord don't give us quit notice. He say make we pack if you not go fit pay for the money where we dey go.
Joshua, matter like this day grand and you don't tell me.
Martins, no verse. No verse.
No verse. Leave that one aside. Maybe I don't talk about Ilera Eko 42 of una. If to say you don't hear me, now free there for treat Joshua now.
We say we won't do them. But this rent money where we define, no green or zero do anything.
See, Lagos State government don't make Ilera Eko simple well. Now, you feel pay small, and you feel borrow the money for the rent if you join Ilera Tiwa Cooperative.
Now, say, we feel kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Ilera Tiwa Cooperative, you fit use 1 stone kill plenty bottle. If you join Ilera Tiwa Cooperative, you go enjoy Ilera Eko Awufu like a full package for Ilera Eko Standard Jara. If you dey pay your first contribution, borrow money to arrange yourself, travel to relax yourself, buy food way cheap, go for seminar about your health, collect profit for your contribution, and so on and so forth. You fit collect your Ilera Tiwa form for Lashma office, Rigo Microfinance Bank, Ilera Eko virtual booth, Sabo Market for Ikorodu, Ketu Market for Ketu, Sabo Market for Yaba, Adamo Market for Ikorodu, and Ayetoro Market for Ekpe.
Ilera Eko,
I sabi wakao.
You meet us well. Martins, sit down. What will we gather chop this food?
No, this one no fit do us. You go do my own special.
Nothing do you, Brother Martins. But first of all, we want to thank you well.
Now what can I do?
My friend, you do plenty. Not be me done well so. On top that, I still pay my rent. I thank you. I thank Ilera Tiwa Cooperative.
Make we thank Lagos State government.
And our governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu.
Na so.
And they come, make I go arrange better, make we follow jollificate.
Before you come, make I the chop meat first.
Oh yeah. For better informative, carry waka come our head office for Good Shepherd House, opposite Secretariat Alausa Ikeja, or call this number there, 0800 Ask Lashma. That na 0800 2755 27462. Or 0916 9185 920 or WhatsApp for 0704 535 8275. Ilera Eko, you don't leave anybody behind.
Ilera Eko, Ilera Eko, no chewa lojo. Let us work hand in hand. Lagos Health is our way.
Welcome back, and it's Iliraiko Extra right here on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Akan Usen is my name, and one more time, if you're just joining us, I want to say welcome to the show. Incident report at this time from the Anokwaja Igbeda axis. We have a report of a broken down 14-tire truck. I understand it's a clutch problem and this is exactly at Yanokwaja Junction underneath the bridge that's inwards Oshodi on Lagos Abeokuta Expressway. Efforts are ongoing to, get it fixed and move it off the road. And also you have traffic managers well placed doing the needful. As at now, there is no backlog. Okay, this one is an update as regards the earlier reported loaded truck that fell on its side at the Bagada Ramp Bridge inwards Antony. Crossing the entirety of the road, and as at that time, efforts were on, to see how to recover said impediment, and traffic was diverted. So that update is that recovery is in progress at the scene of the falling truck on Bagada Ramp Bridge in Antony. It is in progress. We keep giving you feeds as regards this. We'll just keep it locked on this frequency. Ekpe, free flow of traffic from Mojoda connecting Itamaru, Itaopo and Ayetoro. While it's good from Ayetoro towards General Hospital Junction, linking T Junction and Temu or Okeosho down to K2. Yes, that's the Ekpe side. It's also good from T Junction connecting Alaro City all the way down to the Eleko Junction. And we would keep giving you feeds as regards this and other parts of town. Yes, today is all about you, and yes, we have some giveaways. If you are listening to me, yes, definitely I have a gift for you. We have a gift for the first two callers, and of course, as the show progresses, we'll also be giving gifts to another 3 callers. But for the 3 callers, you'd have to answer a question from anything we discuss on the show. But for the first two callers on the show will get a guaranteed gift, a guaranteed giveaway from me this morning. So this morning, until about 11 o'clock, we will be giving out 5 gifts today. Yes, with me on the show, we have Mr. Olafimiho Abimbola. He is a sales officer with the Lagos State Health Management Agency, LASHMA. Oladakpo. Okay. Olafimiho Oladakpo. Okay. I wonder where this Abimbola came from. But it's fine. It's all good. It's all good. Maybe the person just wanted to give you that name. Okay, great stuff. So it's so great having you with us this morning. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so I hope traffic was good coming in.
Very good.
Okay, so today we're just going to do a recap, of course, Iliraiko and the Yuletide season. I was going to ask what you have for us, Iliraiko, the entirety, LASHMA for the Yuletide season. But of course, you guys just hit me. That's okay. We're even doing giveaways this morning on the show. So let's just start up with a recap on Iliraiko health insurance plans. What is Iliraiko all about? Let's talk about that first of all, and then we'll go into the plans. What are the offerings? Let's talk about the benefits. Let's just run through for the benefit of those who do not have a clear picture of what this is all about. Yeah.
All right, so Iliraiko is an health scheme. It's a social health scheme by the state government. And it gives access to affordable and quality healthcare services.
Yes, so let's backtrack a bit. So when you say social health scheme, social health insurance, what does this mean? Is this different from normal health insurance?
It's because it's meant to people. Those that reside in Lagos are meant to have this health scheme. It's a compulsion for everyone who reside in Lagos State to have this social health insurance scheme by the state government. And another thing is because it's make it more affordable. That's why the social. It's very much affordable, for everyone to come under it. So that's why it's social health insurance.
Social. We seem to have a caller on the show. Let's see if we can just take this. Maybe this is for us. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Yes, who do we have on the line?
This is Dr. Busari.
Dr. Busari, good morning.
Yes,
good morning. Same to you, sir. Okay, so great to have
thank
you.
Thank you very much for the program, Iliraiko.
Yes, sir.
Very educative, very informative.
Okay,
and at least it enables people to take care of their health and in a lesser way. I just want to commend you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. And you're my first caller, so definitely you'll be getting a call from us. Thank you so much for always being a part of the show. Well done. Compliments. All right, and that was Dr. Busari. Yeah, indeed, he just wanted to commend us for the work being done. Let's, in turn, I would say kudos to Lashma and the entire team there. Okay, so social health insurance, and he talked about the fact that, you know, it's for Lagosians. So if you live in Lagos?
Yes.
Okay, and for my people who perhaps, you know, don't really, in the clear sense of living in Lagos, do not actually live in Lagos. They live on the outskirts of Lagos, but they spend their working hours in Lagos. Does this also, you know, cater to them?
Definitely, but the issue is just that they have to pick a provider
in
Lagos
Lagos.
State. Yes.
Okay, great. So let's talk about the plans.
Okay, on the plan we have different plans.
Okay.
We have the Ileriaco Standard Jara plan.
Okay.
Also, we have Ileriaco Standard Jara Plus plan.
Okay, Standard Jara Plus. Okay.
Also, we have a senior plan.
Okay.
A corpus plan for senior citizens, people that are 60 years and above.
Right.
And also, we have other plans. Yeah. So that's just it. Just the major plan we focus on now is the Jara plan, Jara Plus, and the senior plan.
Jara, Standard Jara, and then Standard Jara Plus.
Plus, yes, and also we have the diaspora plan.
Okay,
Yes.
I think that's there was a diaspora plan before, but this is like an upgrade.
Yeah.
I think we talked about that last week.
Yes, exactly. The diaspora plan is probably we have someone outside Nigeria that probably want to sponsor, probably his friends in Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's
great.
the diaspora plan.
Great.
Also, we have Wakawell.
Also, Wakawell is under the diaspora. I think we talked about that last week. Wakawell and Home Connect.
Home Connect, exactly.
Yeah, so I think the Wakawell, if I remember correctly, was for those who will be coming in for visits and all that.
Exactly,
you take care of yourself when you're around.
Yes.
And but the Home Connect is for your loved ones who perhaps are in Nigeria and you want them to have that coverage and all that. Yes, even after my guest for last week left, you know, a question popped up like, so the okay, let me just try to recall. The person was asking, so the Home Connect plan, what plan exactly will the person be under? Is it the Standard Jara plan?
Yeah, the Standard Jara plan.
You understand the question?
Yeah,
like, if the person abroad pays for Home Connect for their loved one at home, what plan?
Same Jara plan.
Standard Jara.
Jara plan.
Okay, great. So thank you for sorting that out because I was like, okay, can you just hold on? I will try to get the answer
If
before.
family have a separate plan for
Yes. So I don't talk. I don't. I don't talk out of point, you know.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so moving along, you mentioned these plans, the available plans. Can you just tell us a bit about the benefits? What are the benefits?
Okay, the benefit. No, for people under the Leraco, now, you know, as I've said earlier, it's social health insurance scheme, which it has a lot of health benefits, which people can definitely enjoy.
Okay, let's just take this call. Let's take this call real quick.
All right.
Hello, good morning.
I can laugh. Good morning.
Good morning. Who do I have on the line?
My name is Babatunde from Megbeda.
Babatunde, our customer. So, have you been able to sort that issue?
I've not.
You've not?
Babatunde.
Oh.
And their response time when hospitals are seeking authorization. Those are the two problems they have to work with.
Okay, so let me get you clearly. The line was a bit shaky. Could you run that through again?
Their authorization to hospitals when they seek approval.
Okay.
They need to make it faster. They need to see before they seek that.
Okay.
Then their customer service needs an improvement in the new year.
Okay.
It's of no use coming to the radio to be telling us all this. It's okay.
Yes.
People knows about. We do it at the CDA, at the CDC.
Yes.
But they should help assist us in promoting it by checking their customer service. Their waiting time. That's most of the complaints.
Okay.
Because they wait a long time before authorization comes from their people.
Okay, for authorization. Okay.
Those are the two problems they're having. And they need to improve it. Yeah.
Great. Thank you very much for the constructive criticism and the recommendations, Mr. Babatunde. We appreciate this. Do have an amazing new year. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, and that was Mr. Babatunde, also an ardent listener of the show, and he gave some recommendations. Of course, he had a challenge at some point in time. He was on the seniors plan, and when he wanted to renew, I think he had issues. He was told to go to, he couldn't renew on the seniors plan. I think that was when the seniors plan, there was they were trying to revamp the entirety of the thing, yes. And then, he was told to do standard Jara plan, and he was trying to come back to the seniors plan. He had a bit of, back and forth and all that. But do you want to respond to this?
Actually, sometimes when we have issues like this,
Yes.
sometimes we don't get the request from our office. But most time we have issue whereby an only will put call through, and at the end when we check the police number, we notice that they've not even sent the request. So you have to tell them to tell the hospital, the person in charge will probably send the request again. And peradventure you have waited about an hour or 2 hours. And at the end, the request which you were told it has been sent, actually not been sent.
Yes.
Probably due to network glitch and all that. So when we noted from my own end, we told the enrollee, please kindly reach out to the hospital and tell them we have not received any request on you from the hospital.
Okay.
And by so doing, they quickly tell the hospital, and when we receive it, we know. Immediately we work on it.
All right. Okay, so let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes,
My name is Blessing calling from Lagos.
Blessing from Lagos. Good morning, Blessing. Compliments of the season.
Thank you. I'm a first-time caller.
Oh, great.
And
welcome.
Thank you. I always look forward to this program.
Okay.
I just wanted to make probably few comments like what Mr. Baba
Tunde said. Okay.
Yes.
Are you on the lyrical? Are you on the lyrical?
Yes, I'm on. Yes,
Okay.
for my family.
Okay, great.
Right. I actually sold the idea to my husband, and he loved it. And
Okay.
unfortunately, the hospital we used was not really delivering. When you go, once they know that you're from Ilera-Eko, there's this sluggish response they give to you, unlike when they know that you're paying from, out of pocket.
Okay.
Yes. So that was one issue, we noticed. And last 2 weeks, my son was ill. And I would have just taken him to other private hospital. So I used this hospital. I just thought, okay, let me use it. The year is finishing, and I've not even used this in Ilera-Eko because I told my agent to change the hospital to another one. And she said it's going to take 2 months.
Wow.
For that to be effective, that will pass the time that I think she explained from a particular period to a particular period. If you don't meet the request on time, it's going to take another cycle. So I just said, let's use it. We got there. The restaurant was not good. Dispensing of drugs. Imagine, okay, we ran a test in another private, what's it called? Health Point.
Yeah.
Yes. So we went to Health Point, ran the test. We already knew the standard request, what they work. We did the test, we went there. So the doctor was impressed because that was what he was going to request from us. So after everything, earlier now, dispense drug, we said we cannot dispense drug. We have to go to another pharmacy a bit farther from the hospital to go collect it. We were expecting to give us the said and we have to send a code. All the process was really strenuous. That's just the truth.
Okay.
Yes, I had to just tell him, sir, please write it out for me, and then I'll buy it out of pocket. So I went to a pharmacy I bought after I wrote the prescription. Then I had to tell my husband, please try and go and collect that drug because it's as if that money just got wasted the whole of these years. Then I also had another issue personally.
So you later went to collect? You went to collect it?
Yeah. I don't even know if my husband followed up on it, but my son was already treated when once and bought the drugs from the other. Yes, so it's not an issue. Now, personally, what I experienced last month, I was having hormonal bleeding, and then the doctor, another hospital, now not under this hospital, the doctor, the gynecologist recommended I do hysterectomy, and then I just asked him, okay, is your hospital covered under Ilera-Eko? He said no, it doesn't do that. That he stopped doing it. I said why? He said that when you do whatever you do with them, that they don't pay on time, and so it's not encouraging. That you could work with them, it takes them months to dispense payments to the hospital, and that was it. So meaning that if I'm going to be carrying out that surgery, I'm going to be paying out of pocket.
Okay, so first of all, were you able to establish if hysterectomy is covered under your plan?
I really don't know, but I just even if it's not going to be fully covered, that kind of thing that you pay some from your pocket and
okay. You know about that arrangement.
At least medication, yes. If not, that was just it. But I just feel next year is not something I would be encouraging, because the whole of this year I was just telling everybody, oh, Ilera Eko, because I had a friend who had a child and it was CS, and she said she used Ilera Eko. So I was telling every other person I knew, oh, sign up your family, you never can tell. But at the end of the day, how often do we fall sick?
But the lady that did the CS, she used Ilera Eko and it worked out fine, right?
Yeah, it was in General Hospital. She used it for General.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
so,
I just wanted to state
what
that.
we're just saying, yes, what I'm just begging for is, let's not make these private hospitals stop rejecting patients.
Okay.
Because if I'm going to be on this plan, because, okay, assuming I'm going to be using General Hospital for such an operation,
Yes.
the whole process, doctors are on strike, you will not see, you go,
Indeed, I
go come back.
Yes.
That is why we want to do private. Immediately I knew that private hospitals were covered under the Ilera Eko. I loved it.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So there's this lethargic, they're very slow in responding when they know is that's what you
yes,
mean? Okay.
Ilera Eko.
Okay.
So I feel okay. I've told my husband next year I'll look for another private what's it called, HMO, and beyond that. Since it's like things that they see Ilera Eko, maybe the price they're not paying on time, you know, those things. So, but it's really not encouraging, please. Ilera Eko, let's do better. Then the process of switching
hospitals, the slowness okay. Noted. Thank you so much for your recommendations. We really do appreciate you, and I'm sure they will be worked on. And me asking about the CS situation was also trying to balance things, you know. Yes, the good and then the not so good, which of course it's a work in progress. Everything is being worked on, but I really do appreciate you. And Ilera Eko, Lashma will definitely also reach out with some appreciation for being a part of the show and doing this. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Yes, indeed. Do have an amazing day. All right, 080-991-20777. That's the number to call. And we definitely do appreciate everyone that has been calling in. We have this update, an incident report, a broken down PMS, loaded PMS tanker having mechanical issues. This is at a coal bridge by NEPA in Walt Costain on the BRT lane. A broken down loaded tanker, loaded with PMS, having mechanical issues at a coal bridge by NEPA in Walt Costain on the BRT lane. Caution tape is used as safety caution around it, while the owner is making efforts to repair it at the location. It's not affecting traffic at the moment. All right, so Mr. Olafemi, would you want to respond to our callers? But of course, I would recommend that you take this with you to our people at Lashman. I'm sure they're monitoring the show. So yes, they're taking recommendations and all. Dr. Busari was all praise. Yes, he said everything has been quite good. It is commendable. Mr. Babatunde, he gave his own side of things. Of course, customer care. Response and all that, then waiting time for authorization we definitely can work on that and make it better. So Mr. Blessing was trying to establish the fact that it's better for the general hospital side of things. It's lovely, sweet, but private hospitals, maybe because it's private, they drag their legs a bit, maybe from her experience. But I've also had I know someone presently whose parents, your elderly parents, use a private hospital somewhere around the Fagba, Iju axis thereabouts. I don't want to call the name of the hospital, and they have good stories, not so bad. So let's just try to balance things out. But of course, I feel the entirety of this whole the scheme is we keep trying to do better, improving. It's a work in progress. Okay, so there's not absolute. We keep trying our best to do better to serve Lagosians. Okay, so we're talking about the plans. We're talking about the benefits. Let's just touch on that.
Okay, so I said as I've said earlier, it's the essence is for us to have access to healthcare.
Yes.
So everything that may probably give us reasons to use the hospital.
Yes.
And number one is that it covers for normal hospital registration.
Registration.
It covers for general consultation.
Consultation.
Like you want to see the general doctor.
Okay. Yeah, please go on. Please go on.
And also it covers for specialist consultation as well.
Okay.
I probably want to see a gynecologist. You want to probably see an eye doctor.
Okay.
Then a dentist. Yeah, it's covered as well. It covers for treatment of common ailments.
Okay.
Like some that probably want to treat malaria. I know that is very common among the youth, the children.
Please go on.
Yeah, it's also covered. Also, it covers for treatment of child ailments. Yeah, for our children that are probably not feeling too well, that will probably want to see pediatric doctor. So that is as well covered under Ilera Eco. Also, it covers for immunization for children.
Okay.
The children that are below under 5 years below. It is also covered. Also, it covers for family planning for probably people that feel no, they are done with having children, so they can come for family planning.
Family planning is covered.
It's covered.
Because we had
well.
somebody reaching out to ask about that.
Yeah, it's very much covered, sir.
Okay.
It's very much covered. Also, it covers for hospital care and admission. So for probably you have any reason you need to stay admission, admission can be as a result of probably your BP is high. You may want to observe bed rest or whatever reason that may brought you to the hospital. Your admission is also covered. It covers for pharmaceutical care. Like the last caller explained about drugs and all that. Now, some drugs are covered in line with Ilera Eco, but yet not all drugs are covered. But,
what she said was that the way they went to the first place, I think they didn't have that drug.
We had to partner with community pharmacies.
Yes.
Now, initially, for people using general hospital, they still get their drugs in the hospital. In the hospital. But for probably private facility like private hospitals,
you have to
now
go to a pharmacy.
they want to refer you to a pharmacy, and just when you have the list of hospitals, you also have the list of community pharmacies, which they can easily pick and send their drugs there. But I think where they get it wrong is that they are meant to give them the list, or probably before going to the facility, let us check the list of pharmacies.
I know the ones.
So, when they prescribe drugs, I can tell them this pharmacy I want is still closer than probably sending you somewhere far from probably where you stay. You understand? So that can get them annoyed, truly. But yet it covers for drugs. That's just a fact. Yeah, it covers for drugs.
Okay, so I see that we still have a few people trying to, reach out. 080-991-20777. For the person that has been trying to call, I'm sorry I've not picked your call. You can call now. We can take your call. Let's talk about costing. How much will this cost us? Of course, we have quite a few minutes of the show.
To come on board?
Yes.
Yeah, it's very affordable, as we said earlier.
Okay.
A single plan is 15,000 naira.
For the standard Jara plan?
Standard Jara plan
individual,
is
right?
Individual is 15,000 per annum.
Per annum, okay.
And for the family of 4 is 55,000 naira.
55,000
per annum.
Okay.
And for family of 6 is 80,000 naira.
80,000
per annum. Then for additional dependents, above 23 years cost extra 15,000 naira.
Right.
Now, additional dependent below 23 years cost additional 10,000 naira.
Okay.
So that is just it.
Okay. And so the registration process, what do we need to register? How do we go about it?
So to register, we have the office. We have our head office at Good Shepherd House, opposite Alausa main entrance secretariat.
Yes.
And you can easily come there. We have people there on seats that will put you through on how to go about it. And also, you can use any of our stand outlet Vboats to do your registration as well.
Okay.
We have officers standby there. And also for those that could not probably want to save the stress of going to the head office or probably to our outlet office, they can reach out to me myself on WhatsApp. I will drop my call.
Oh, yeah, let's have your number.
Okay, 080 2411 7442.
Okay.
080
yes
2411 7442.
Right.
So if you call through, you can easily send the form across to you. You fill and send back to us. We get it done. Then you send your police number. Then we put you through how you go about the payment. Then from the following month, then you start having access to care.
All right. It's been a great time on the show. I must say thank you very much, Mr. Olafemi.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, for a great time on the show. And to our dear listeners who reached out, and for those who were not able to connect, I do appreciate you. Thank you for, listening to the show every week, every Monday at around this time. And we don't take you for granted. Wishing you all the very, very best in the new year. Wishing you a healthy new year. And of course, please, as much as possible, make sure you come on board with Ilera Eco. Remember, investing in your health is investing in your future. Don't wait until it's too late. This should be one of your New Year resolutions, enrolling on Ilera Eco and securing a healthier tomorrow for yourself and your loved ones. Of course, if you need more information, aside to the numbers that we have reeled out, you can visit the Lashma website or any of the enrollment centers to learn more. You can also call the hotlines for assistance. A big thank you to Adeyinka Igbemigbade, Assistant Director, Public Affairs of Lashma, for her collaboration in bringing this episode to life. Also, shout out to Halima right here in the studio, calling the shots from behind the scene. And to you, dear listener, thank you for tuning in to Ilera Eco Extra on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM every Monday at around this time. Until next time, and of course in the new year, I want to say stay healthy, stay informed, and bye for now. See you in the new year.
What if this was you?
This is how to set up your in case of emergency on Android device. First, click on Settings. Then scroll to Safety and Emergency. Click on Safety and Emergency. Then click on Emergency Contacts. Click on Add Contacts. After adding the contacts, click on Medical Information. And fill the information. This is how to set up your in case of emergency on Apple device. Go to your contact list. Search for the name you want to use on your contact list. You scroll down and click on Add to Emergency Contacts. Then click on the description of who that person is to you. Immediately you click on it, click on Done.
Ikeja. Oh, I'm late. Wait. What's wrong with this guy? What's wrong? He has fainted. Where is his phone? His phone. Check the state of emergency contact. Check. He has got his phone.